Yeah, maybe forever, just a day.
Our first show ever was like August of '08, maybe.
Yeah, and that's when we really started to become a band. You know, like let's get the songs formed. Let's start making a set. Let's have a beginning and end to every song, like that kind of.
Let's rehearse more than once a month.
Yes, we went up twice a
Yeah.
month.
Shane and I met at a wedding. We have a mutual friend who got married in Baltimore, and I heard about him at the wedding as this dude who played drums, and then 6 months later we finally got together to jam. it finally gelled, and we dug it, and then we started rocking. And then Garen joined us probably all of 2 months ago.
I moved to DC basically for work. At work, one of our lawyers actually was in a band with their former bassist who decided to move on to his own project. A vacancy was here, so we met maybe 2 weeks after I arrived in town, and 3 weeks later we were playing a show.
Yep, pretty
It was
much.
love at first sight.
Tell us, like, what are some of your guys' influences?
Me, I mean, I grew up on the mean streets of Tahlequah, and so I actually came up going to bluegrass festivals with my grandparents. But my first real band was a punk band in the garage, you know, covering Misfits and Dead Kennedys and you know, you name it. We made it sound horrible.
Yeah, we overlap on a lot of stuff, like punk, post-punk, indie, kind of old school, you know, new wave stuff. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Pixies, the Jam, Joni Mitchell, Bad Brains. You know, I grew up in DC.
Yeah, I like all that stuff too. I came from like the late '80s punk scene, so all the punk stuff, and
I think, you know, we can all claim the Clash. We can all claim even a little bit of Smith's influence.
The Police, we love.
yeah, Police, right?
Police
You
is
know.
big.
Interpol, Broken Social Scene, Death Cab for Cutie.
And then, you know, post-punk and noise rock and all that started crossing over like Sonic Youth,
Sonic
Pixies, and all that
Youth.
stuff.
My Bloody Valentine.
It's a wide array, but it really melds together really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is your guys' writing process like? Do you all write? Does one person mostly write?
Mainly Amos.
It's mostly me. I got a passel of riffs and lyrics and just throw them together, bring them to the band and say, hey, look, let's rock out on this.
Yeah. And we were kind of going through those, and we got those somewhat perfected for us. And then that's about when Frank, the old bassist, moved on. Garen joined, which has still been pretty recent, so we're just trying to get back on track with those original set. And then I think we're about there now. So
We
we'll
got
start moving on
we
to
probably
new
have
songs.
we probably have close to 20 songs. And Garen is up to speed on half of them.
Yeah.
And eventually we'll have 2 sets together, and then we'll have more and more songs of 30, 40, 50, 60 songs. It's prolific.
Is this what you guys do, like, all the time? Do you guys have other jobs as well?
We call it the slow burn philosophy.
Yeah, explain that for us.
Well, we all have other, you know, jobs that we're focused on mainly, and this is kind of our fun side.
It's like some rockers, you know, have their rock career, and then they go on to get their degrees. We did it in reverse, right? We got the degrees. We deferred the rock career. And
now we're struggling to play shows at night.
now we're struggling to play shows at the Velvet Lounge and DC9, scrimping and saving to get our equipment fixed.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, for me, it was something I did when I was growing up as a kid, and I loved it. You know, I was in the scene and all that stuff, and then just got focused on school and work. And now, as we got together, it's kind of a way to go back and, you know, pick up where I left off doing that and having some fun with it and getting back into music, playing it, listening to it, just getting involved again.
And I went the complete opposite route. I played professionally in Oklahoma for probably the last 4 or 5 years doing that, and actually just recently decided I need to grow up, focus on a career, moved to DC, you know, started a new line of work, and luckily fell into to something that I think has a little potential to really make some good music and you know, make some people happy.
It's not just for fun, though. It's for, I mean, it's fun as all get out. But we're doing it for the sake of art, to make the best music we possibly can. Because we love music. We love to listen to it, and it's so much fun to play it. But it's only fun to play it if it sounds good. You know, it's not fun playing crap.
I just like when we make the songs better and we work on little parts and we get, you know, little changes here and there perfected. That's the best part.
This is like part of our slow burn philosophy. It's like we've had these songs for a while now, but they just keep evolving, getting better, getting more refined, just working out little parts. I mean, this is kind of what we mean by the artistic element. It's like we're trying to make it as exquisitely rocking as possible. Eventually we're going to make an album. We want to have the live show amazing. We have a great time in rehearsal.
What's coming up in the future with Petworth?
We want to make a little album. Not an album, like an EP. 4 or 5 song EP. And we're going to kick some jams out in our rehearsal space, and then that'll be our first real recorded material. We're so happy with how we're sounding that we just want to get it on tape and then see what happens. And eventually we'll make like a real album, like in a studio. Yeah. But right now we just kind of want like a little demo that we can do something with. We just feel like if we make the best music possible, that we can help. You know, we can do a lot with it. We can help the DC scene. We can, you know, bridge cultural divides in the city, maybe. You know,
There's some big ambitions there.
we can engage in activist work. You know, we can help out causes that we support, and the bottom line is just making the great music, and then all else follows from that.